Colts fans, what up, yo? Skinny Boy Colts here with another video on the Indianapolis Colts. Well, if you've seen the game, the Colts just wrapped up their game with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know, the Jags got a shutout. Offense, Frank Wright. Defense, Gus Bradley. Just a shit show all the way around. So much to unpack, so little time to unpack it. You know what I'm saying? They just wrapped that game up. So, you know what I'm saying? Before we get into that, do your boy a favor, man. Why don't you hit that like button for me? If you like the videos and you've seen the other videos before, share the videos. Share them with somebody. They might like them, and share with somebody else too. Leave your thoughts and your comments below on this video, the other videos, and the entire channel. What I can and cannot do better, what I need to stop doing, and what I could do and talk about and start doing more of and less of. If you want to donate to the channel, you can do that too at SKINNIBOI1, Skinny Boy 1. Yo, and with that being said, let's unpack today's game that just wrapped up like 10 minutes ago, yo. You know what I'm saying? And it just it was just like last week, you know what I'm saying, to start the game off, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm surprised that we didn't get shut out last week. You know what I'm saying? And we did. We got shut out 3 quarters last week on offense, you know what I'm saying, until the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying. Texas held us to 3 points. So you look at that and you're saying to yourself, I hope that was jitters. That was one thing that I was saying in one of my videos during the week as we were getting ready and leading up to this game here. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's jitters. I hope he shakes it off. You know what I'm saying? The 3 fumbles that he got at the line last week was just, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at talking about Matt Ryan, when you look at Matt Ryan, a quarterback of his statures and who has been in the league for 14 seasons, been here for 15 seasons, and has been under center with different centers, there is no excuse to be fumbling the ball at the, you know what I'm saying, right there with your center. This is not your first time playing with different centers. That's just unacceptable. Unacceptable. You throw 3 interceptions again today. You threw two last week. You threw a touchdown. I mean, this offense was just horrible today. I don't know if it was the play calling, because somewhere in there you have to believe that Frank Wright gives Matt Ryan 50% of the play calling, you know what I'm saying, because he's right there on the field so that he can see, you know what I'm saying, the defense a little bit better than Frank Wright can. And you know what I'm saying, for Marcus Brady to be the offensive coordinator, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, who's calling these plays? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was Frank Wright. Yes, he got outcoached by Doug Peterson. I mean, he got outcoached bad. No touchdowns. You gave up all the points. You're in scoring drives. And you know what I'm saying? And then penalties is racking us. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? There was a post on one of the networks that was saying that, you know what I'm saying, it's time to sound the alarm. The Colts do have serious problems. You know what I'm saying? Who do you blame? You know, who's to blame for this? I mean, a shutout. 24-0. We didn't score any points. We didn't put any pressure on Trevor Lawrence. I'm just going. I'm not even finna try and go in order here. I'm just finna call it. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a shit show. It was a shit show on offense. It was Taylor. I don't even have all the stats. I couldn't even keep up with it because I was doing minute to minute on my on the Facebook page over there on Skinny Boy Colts Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing minute by minute of the game and stuff like that, so I wasn't keeping the stats. And Taylor didn't even go for over 100 yards. I only think he got 80 yards. I only think he got 60 yards on the ground today, bro. Like, this was the worst. I'm asking myself, who coached? Who coached the game today? What happened? I mean, there is just I have No answer. I have no clue as to what was going on. I am still speechless and stunned. I mean, stunned that they shut us out. We didn't even get the field goal. Frank Wright didn't even go for the field goals. Two of them. He didn't go for neither one of them to just try to put points on the board. He went for it on 4th and 7. Did not get it. Went for 4th and 3. Matt Ryan got sacked 5 times. Pryor and Raymond both are just, the offensive line needs some, you know, we're not in win now mode. It seems to be that it needs to be called a spade, you know what I'm saying? And we're in rebuild mode. And do I personally think that it's time to get rid of Frank Wright? I've been saying it since the beginning. We settled for him, and since we settled for him, this is what we get. That was my opinion since day one. We settled for the coach. And if you settle, this is pretty much what you get when you start settling for stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, the defense, no pressure at all on Trevor Lawrence. I mean, it was just gaps after gaps after gaps. I mean, I don't know, bro. I have no idea what I was watching. I thought I do not. 3 interceptions. 3 interceptions by Matt Ryan. It's early in the season. It's only week 2. You know what I'm saying? You're asking yourself, you know what I'm saying? I had the Colts scoring 13-4, 12-5. You know what I'm saying? One of the two. I think I told somebody on Facebook that it was 12-5 that I still had them going. It was only week 2 of the season. Yeah, you can sound the alarm. You can start to panic because hey, this isn't good. You tied with the Texans and you just got blown out by the Jaguars. And there is that old saying out there that you know what I'm saying. You're not going to be on the bottom too long, and those that are on the top are not going to be on the top forever. The roles are going to be reversed. And this is looking like that time where those roles are reversed because the Titans and the Colts are in the bottom of the rack. And if the Titans win today, we're number 4 in the division. I said that in my previous video. If we lose today, we go 0-1-1. Right now, the Texans are number 1. They play the Broncos today. We sitting at number 3 now. Jags is the only ones that got to win. So to be quite honest, they might be sitting at number 1 in the division right now. This is just unacceptable. It was an embarrassing penalties was racking us. Paris Campbell getting pass interference calls. It was so embarrassing. I can't even think right now as to it was just a shit show all the way around. No points, like absolutely no points. This play calling was horrible. It was the worst that I've seen in a while. I mean, I've seen Frank Wright call some horrible games, but my goodness, this was the worst one that I've seen him. One of the worst ones that I've seen him call. I ain't gonna say it was the worst ones. I got to go back and look, but this is one of the worst ones. It sits right up there, if not the worst one. But we got shut out. Roadblocks, and we didn't we didn't overcome the hurdle. We didn't come around. Did not just. Oh my God, my words don't even come out right. It was that was embarrassing to watch. That was embarrassing to watch and to see, man. Like They just came out bad, man. 3-and-out, 3-and-out. Penalties, sacks, 3-and-outs, penalties, sacks, 3-and-outs, penalties, sacks. For the first time, I seriously seen the defense couldn't get off this field. Stephon Gilmore was getting eaten up by tight ends out there, bro. Kenny Moore. There was no pressure. Do you hear me? I mean, Gus Bradley put absolutely no pressure on Trevor Lawrence. He just let him have his way today. I mean that. I am not exaggerating. I am not. Gus Bradley let Trevor Lawrence have his way today. I nothing's changed with this team. Eberflus is gone. He's the head coach in Chicago. And this is what we got. I tell you what, I wanted to wait until later on, until all the stats came out, until I saw the press conference interview for Frank Wright and Chris Ballard to hear what the excuse was going to be today about this embarrassing, this horrible, this just unacceptable loss. You know what I'm saying? So many people said in the offseason that Chris Ballard needed to, you know what I'm saying, do something better as far as our wide receiver core go. You know what I'm saying? You want to be elite. You want to have these good wide receivers. You want to progress forward. We're not progressing forward, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you're giving us these bad quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? And you're looking at it and you're saying to yourself, was it really Carson Wentz? I mean, you got to think about what you're saying here, you know what I'm saying? Take it back to what Chris Ballard said when Phillip Rivers retired. When Phillip Rivers retired, Chris Ballard said, you know what I'm saying? I want young, healthy players that get out there and play and push us forward. Okay, so if Chris, you know what I'm saying, if that's what you're saying, then you want young, healthy players that get out there and push you forward and help you win these championships. Literally, the next year you sign a $125 million $125 million quarterback. You sign this $125 million quarterback, your left tackle, Anthony Costanzo, who is 32 years old, injured with rib problems, retire. And this is your prime opportunity to get a young, healthy, talented guy. Instead, what do? You go out and sign a 32-year-old injured player to replace a 32-year-old injured player that just retired, who still didn't even get to play the first 2 weeks of the game. And you gave him $10 million to protect your $125 million asset. T.Y. Hilton, when you look out on the field today, you're saying, who are these wide receivers for the coach? Like, you don't know anybody. Like I said yesterday in my video, or the day before yesterday, Nyheim Hines is going to be leading the fold. Not even Paris Campbell. Nyheim Hines. Now, I said that on Facebook when I was talking to one of the guys over there in Colts Nation. I told him, I said, yo, you know what I'm saying? The good thing about this is that it's only week 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's only week 2. You still got 15 more games to go. You got your home opener coming up next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. And it'll be just like that Buffalo Bills game. You know what I'm saying? You get your ass kicked and then you go home and then you just dominate the Bills. And if we can't get a win over the Chiefs when we go home, like literally the last time we played the Kansas City Chiefs, we beat them, held them to 3-6-9. I want to say 4 field goals. Dude, that was with Brissett and Marlon Mack. The Jags did exactly what they needed to do, and that was take out the one dominant piece that we had on offense, and that was Jonathan Taylor. You take him out, Frank Wright, Matt Ryan, deer in headlights. A straight up herd of deers in headlight. Matt, Frank, and Gus. This was just the biggest capital SHIT SHOW all the way around. A shit show. This was embarrassing. And to be quite honest, I've seen people say that, you know what I'm saying, give Frank till next week. Excuse me, give Frank till next week, you know what I'm saying, to see if Jim Irsay fires him and cuts him loose. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not a coach. I don't even have all the stats. I'm just so, my blood is boiling, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said in the previous videos before, this is a franchise that was built by champions. And I really, honestly, for real, that Frank Wright and Chris Ballard, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, just made a laughing stock of this franchise. That's all I can say about that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm not even finna keep ranting on. You know what I'm saying? The Colts got shut out today. Take nothing away from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Take nothing away from their head coach, Doug Peterson. Take nothing away from their second-year quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. They did what needed to be done, and they got it done. They came in on defense, and they punched us in the mouth. They came in on offense, and they stumped a mud hole in our ass and walked it dry in the rain. That's just that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Was it jitters week one with the 3 fumbles at the line with the center? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We just witnessed the exact same thing again this week. The same, bro, the same thing again this week. And you're saying to yourself, is this what I'm watching? Am I really, really, really watching this? Like you sitting here saying, what am I watching? I can't even begin to think how Jim Irsay is feeling right now to know that his team just went down to Jacksonville and got shut out 24-0 or 27-0. That's my time, yo. I'm gonna just end it with that right there. You know what I'm saying? Get my thoughts together, go back and get all the stats and stuff together, and I'm gonna come back with another complete video on the Indianapolis Colts and the shit show of a show that they put on today out there in Jacksonville. This was totally unacceptable. It was way embarrassing. This didn't even look like the offense or the defense of the Indianapolis Colts past. Even with Frank Wright, this didn't even look like his offense or defense. I don't understand what's going on. I do have a couple questions I would like for you to answer and give me your honest opinion. One, do you think it's time to cut Frank Wright? Two, do you think we need to cut Gus Bradley? And three, do you think that this thing with Matt Ryan is over? Should we bring in Nick Foles or Sam Ellinger? Sam Ellinger, and let's start to develop this kid to see what he's got. Leave your thoughts in your comments below. Like I said, when I give my thoughts and all the stats of today's game together, I will come back with a more presentable video right now. I just wanted to get that out there like I did last week and let everybody know. The Colts got shut out today by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, that's my time. Yo, hit that like button, you know what I'm saying, for your boy. Trying to build the algorithm up, you know what I'm saying? Hit that share button, share with somebody. Somebody else might like it and want to share it too. Subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying, so that you can be notified. We 18 and a half minutes into this thing. And if you still here, man, subscribe to this channel, you know what I'm saying. Hit that bell icon so that you can be notified every time the Skinny Boy drops a video, you know what I'm saying, on the Colts, Notre Dame, and stuff like that. You know, hey, what a shit show. It just, what a shit show. But you know, I'm still a fan through and through. I bleed blue. I love my team, and it's only week 2, so we're at the bottom. It's only one way, and that's up. We all the way up. We got to, baby. You know what I'm saying? Week 2 is coming up. Week 3 is coming up. This is behind us. It's time to start focusing on that. But I will come back with a more in-depth video. Again, yo, hit that like button if you like the videos, share the videos, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so that you can be notified at every time Skinny Boy drops a video. And last and not least, for me and my funky fresh crew, peace and go Colts.